On July 29th, an earthquake 8.8 on the Richter scale hit Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia. It was a gigantic earthquake. First, we had a tsunami watch in Hawaii at about 1:30. We weren't too concerned about it. Then it became advisory. By 3:30, it became a watch and a warning. When it became a watch and a warning, people started to panic because what they were thinking of is a gigantic wave because of the size of Kamchatka's earthquake. The roads became gridlocked. We live and work in this area, and I was working at Ala Moana Shopping Center when the traffic became gridlocked. We decided to park in the parking lot and walk home at that point. Later that evening, I decided at about 6:30 to see what it was like outside. And to my surprise, all the traffic was gone by 6:30. So all the traffic had cleared. I continued down to the beach. We could still see some boats leaving, and they were waving to us. The ocean looked surprisingly calm and beautiful for a night that there was supposed to be some tsunami coming. Sirens were blaring, and you could hear them along the way as I walked towards the shore. I've never seen the beach this empty, and there's a good reason why, because everybody anticipated the tsunami coming. A Nui Nui Canoe Club had already placed all of their canoes up deeper into the shore to avoid the tsunami, or the potential of a tsunami. Look at that parking lot. Only a few cars still there. Some crazy people like myself wanting to see what are the effects of the tsunami when it came. There's kind of a party atmosphere in the air as you can hear people hooting and hollering from the hotels behind me. I was calculating that if I saw changes like the water getting very, very shallow, I would immediately run off to the Ilikai and run up the ramp. But I wanted to take a look around first. In 2011, there was another tsunami that arrived, and when it did arrive, all of the water in this tiny little enclosure went out, and you could see currents as the water pulled around the corner there in the distance. But I did not see that today. I did see the water recede a slight amount, but it did not look like it was on that day. Even the wind had calmed down, so it gave a very, very calm, bucolic appearance. As I passed the hotels, I noticed that people were standing on the balcony, some of them hooting and hollering, that it was almost a celebration for the tsunami to come. Since the time for the tsunami first wave had already arrived and passed, I thought it would be safe for me to walk back to my car at the Ala Moana shopping center. As I went past, I made sure I looked at the Ala Wai and make sure that the water wasn't going down suddenly. But to my surprise, there were people on the other side of the Ala Wai that were checking out the tsunami as well. I guess they felt safe on this bridge. I don't think it would be very safe if a tsunami were approaching. I asked one of the homeless people, what did they do when there was a tsunami warning? And they told me that, or one guy told me that he walked all the way down towards Ward Avenue and then turned right and started walking up the hill. You can see the intersection of Atkinson and Ala Moana totally empty, which was good compared to the gridlock that was there in the afternoon. There was an eerie peacefulness to this, and I decided that I would, at this point, get to my truck and drive it home. It took me about 3 minutes to get home, so compared to probably an hour of gridlock before I would get home. Even though there was really no large tsunami, apparently there was a 6-foot tidal change in the Hilo Bay. And we were all just thankful that there wasn't widespread destruction or loss of life on that day. Thanks for watching, and aloha.